The market capitalization of the coin is used to summarize all that is taught in this video. In addition, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to my channel so that you can stay up to date on future XRP news, as well as other cryptocurrency news in general. Take a look at this now, shall we? A deadline for Ripple's legal dispute with the SEC was missed. A lawyer for Pro-XRP has informed us that, before we proceed any further, there is currently a fresh cryptocurrency airdrop taking place on Telegram, and it is about to start at any moment. I would ask that you make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Within the video's description is where you will find the link. Make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity. In the meantime, let's proceed with our video. An appeal of a court order that addressed the nature of Ripple's XRP sales has been lodged by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, which has provided its form. The appeal was filed in response to the court ruling. There are three primary issues that are at the core of the appeal. These issues are the distribution of XRP to staff, the sale of XRP through exchanges, and the transactions that were carried out by executives Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. Recent events have resulted in Ripple Labs being presented with a procedural setback as a result of missing a crucial deadline for filing documents that are pertinent to the situation. Due to the fact that Ripple's legal team did not submit an acknowledgement and notice of presence form by the deadline of October 18, 2024, the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit proceeded to serve them with a default notice. The court has given Ripple a 14-day extension, which means that the team will have until November 1, 2024 to complete the paperwork that is required and submit it. This is a favorable development for Ripple. However, in the event that Ripple's legal representatives are unable to fulfill this additional deadline, it is possible that they will be refused the opportunity to present their reasons during the subsequent appeal hearing. Unless they have exclusive authorization from the court, this is the situation that they are in. Fred Rispoli, an attorney who is in favor of XRP, made a statement on the topic and said that missing a filing deadline is not deadly, despite the fact that it is not ideal. The prevalence of such oversights, on the other hand, is not promising, particularly when one takes into consideration the considerable legal expenditures that Ripple's legal team accumulates, which amount to approximately $8,000 per hour. In his letter, he claimed that Ripple in this instance did not correctly file a form within the allotted time. In spite of the fact that it is not a significant problem, it is not the type of thing that you would be pleased to see when you are paying your legal team a total of $8,000 per hour. The campaign of Kamala Harris for the presidency has received contributions totaling more than $11 million from Christopher Larsen, who is one of the co-founders of the corporation. A significant contribution of $10 million in XRP was made in September, and this covers that contribution. In a recent post on the United States, Larsen stressed the significance of Democrats adopting a fresh attitude to technological innovation, notably in the sphere of Bitcoin. He added that this is especially important. The fact that Harris will be able to contribute to the United States' ability to maintain its position as the world's leader in technological innovation was something that he expressed satisfaction about. Users of XRP are worried that the court will have a more sympathetic attitude toward the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) in cases that include the United States. Because of the increasing level of uncertainty, the number of XRP has experienced a decline of 5 million this week. In the event that the SEC is successful in its appeal, it is possible that the price of XRP and the cryptocurrency industry may both suffer. There are worries that the court would disregard the SEC's missing deadline and permit the agency to move forward with its appeal in the SEC sickness case. As a result of the Ripple case, the rally that was taking place in the Bitcoin market has lost impetus. Due to the increased level of uncertainty surrounding the case, the value of XRP has dropped by 5.3% at the beginning of this week. Form C, which provides information regarding the specific aspects of the ruling that the Securities and Exchange Agency C plans to appeal, was not submitted by the Securities and Exchange Agency C by the deadline that was set for the 18th of October. The notification that was given by the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit acknowledged that the Securities and Exchange Commission had failed to fulfill this deadline. This failure was attributed to the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission C had failed to meet its deadline. According to the notification, the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit is not permitted to hear oral arguments unless the court gives its permission to do so. Users of cryptocurrencies are anxious about this notice because they believe the court would be kind and allow the SEC to proceed with the appeal rather than dismissing the case from the court's jurisdiction. There are a lot of people in the XRP community who are curious about whether or not the recent transfer of $60 million by Ripple is related to the continuing legal battle that the company is having with the United States Securities and Exchange Commissions. This has resulted in the XRP community being flooded with a great deal of speculation. Ripple is said to have transferred the tokens in two separate transactions that took place on October 23rd. Each of these transactions took place and contained 30 million XRP. This information was obtained via Whale Alert as a consequence of Ripple's earlier payment of 200 million XRP on October 18th, which had previously resulted in a dispute. In terms of the date of the lawsuit, this comes before the present development that has taken place. Token transfers are something that Ripple has been doing, but it is not totally clear how the legal processes are tied to those token transfers. On the other hand, a number of observers have noticed that wallets that have been receiving these payments have been active during the important stages of the SEC case. As an illustration, in the wake of Judge Annalise's decision to impose a fine of $125 million, there was a comparable amount of XRP that was transferred by Ripple to wallets that have been linked to important transactions, such as sales on Binance. Some individuals have hypothesized that these transfers would be an indication that sell-offs are going to take place, which would have an extra impact on the performance of the token on the market. This hypothesis is based on the general pattern that has been seen. It would appear that Ripple's legal issues are having an effect on the price of XRP, which has undergone a fall of 3 over the course of the past 24 hours, with the token currently trading at $0.52. While there has been a 30% decline in the trading volume over the same time period, the trading range has shrunk, and it is currently between $52 and $54. In the derivatives market, open interest in XRP futures has also decreased by 2,000 over the past 24 hours, with the total now standing at $761 million, as in reference to the ongoing dispute that is currently taking place. He stated that it was a triumph for Ripple, the industry, and the rule of law. He emphasized the relevance of the choices that were taken by the court in terms of building the regulatory environment that is surrounding digital assets. As evidenced by this submission, which was submitted at the very last minute, Ripple has reaffirmed its determination to proceed with its ongoing legal battle and to ensure that it does not miss any significant deadlines. Ripple's cross-appeal with the court is a source of legal confidence. With the cross-appeal that Ripple has submitted, the company hopes to definitively put an end to the enforcement activities that are being carried out by the SEC. The company's legal team, which is led by Chief Legal Officer Stuart Alderade, is optimistic that the ongoing efforts of the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) will not overturn the previous ruling reached by Judge Annalisa Torres, who concluded that XRP is not a security. This verdict was made in 2012. Despite the fact that Alderade emphasized that this verdict is the law of the nation, it is quite probable that a remand would be the most favorable conclusion for the Securities and Exchange Commission seat, even if they were to prevail in their appeal. He made the implication that they would have to demonstrate that Judge Torres' decision was made without the use of ordinary intellect in order to underline the difficulty that the Securities and Exchange Commission seat is currently experiencing. In order for Ripple to triumph in its legal struggle, the next obstacle that it must overcome is the submission of Form C for its cross-appeal before the deadline that is coming on October 24th at 5:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This deadline is an immediate deadline for filing Form C. This piece of writing is crucial. On the other hand, Ripple has not provided any evidence to suggest that it will miss the deadline for completing Form C, which would result in the elimination of Ripple's right to deliver additional oral arguments associated with the case. It should be noted that the material that has been supplied is not intended to serve as business advice. In the event that any investments are made on the basis of the information that is provided on this page, there is no responsibility for those investments. Prior to making any choice on investments, we strongly recommend performing independent research and talking with a professional who is educated in the field.